Minister Matthew Samuda is standing his ground amidst opposition criticism over water investments. As dissenters claim the government has faltered, Senator Samuda hits back, defending their track record. Here's more from Ramon Gordon.
We are doing the work. That's according to Minister with Responsibility for Water, Senator Matthew Samuda, who's hitting back at dissenters who claim that the Andrew Holness-led government has dropped the ball on water investments. At the inauguration of the Braco Pipeline project in Trelawney Thursday, Senator Samuda defended the GOJ's track record.
No one acknowledges that there was little to no investment for just under 20 years in the National Water Commission. There was a chronic level of disinvestment, meaning that we allowed depreciation of assets, meaning we are in recovery mode.
Most recently, the opposition criticized the government's plan to alleviate the water crisis in Western Jamaica. Senator Samuda announced an interim trucking plan for Hanover and Westmoreland, adding his ministry would procure an additional 2,000 black drums for residents in need. However, the opposition's spokesperson on water, Ian Hales, called that move short-sighted. While not directly addressing that concern, the minister moved to defend the National Water Commission against alleged political attacks.
You know, you have to be a little masochistic to choose politics, right? Yes. So we choose abuse in some cases. But I find it immeasurably offensive when hard-working public servants, either working in public bodies or in ministries, are brought into political spar. It's not right, it doesn't have a place. Especially when it is done by those who failed to invest and to prioritize in our water systems.
The minister maintains the government has surpassed the PNP's work on infrastructure and says even more is afoot.
We expect to unleash investments in the water sector that have only been spoken about for 30 years. Whether it is in potable water and sanitation or irrigation, I guarantee you that you will have close to $400 million of works underway in the next 18 months in the water sector across those three categories.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
Is the banning of songs from the airwaves effective in reducing criminal activities? That's the recurring question, particularly when broadcasters are found in breach of the Broadcasting Commission's policies. Industry experts are now weighing in following a recent incident. Here again is Ramon Gordon.
A fast spin around is needed for radio disc jockeys, TV hosts and producers to drift away from music promoting irresponsible driving. The Broadcast Commission, led by Executive Director Cordell Green, has prohibited any song or video content glorifying scamming, illegal drugs, harmful use of weapons, or any other form of illegal activity. Included on that list is reckless driving. CVM News caught up with producer and radio disc jockey Kurt Riley to find out his view where censorship is concerned.
Artists have a responsibility. And their responsibility first and foremost is to themselves because they have to make money. Two, art reflects life. See?
Yeah.
So if the artist and the producer, for argument's sake, is not aware of Broadcast Commission rules, and if there's not a certain standard put in place for every song that play on radio, to go through that standard, then we're going to forever have this problem.
But does this stifle the creativity of artists? Attorney at law and managing partner at TWP Attorneys, Christopher Townsend, weighed in on that matter.
The right to free speech and expression is not an absolute right. Just like every other right, it has qualifications to it. One such qualification is the laws in relation to defamation. So the law recognizes that what you say can do harm. And so it has placed safeguards to prevent harm being done, or certainly provides legal redress for harm being done by what it is that you say.
With so much reckless driving, violence and other criminal activities ongoing, should artists feel guilty and refrain from creating such scenarios in their songs?
I can't really think of what I would suggest to them except for clean up their lyrics, but it's not as
effective as we think it might be. Interestingly, some of these songs, hip-hop songs particularly, that were subjected to being banned back in the days are now being used in the classroom, in the high school classroom with high school students. They're used in poetry classrooms. They're also used for literacy. In poetry, they're used to develop students' critical thinking skills, and they're also used to expose students to social issues. If you look at it, some of the songs, as graphic as they may sound, they can also, and when I say some of the songs, I should be specific, the dancehall songs, they can also be used in similar way.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.